Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Johnny, the fans just haven't asked for it, they have demanded it.
This August, we're headed back to Tampa for Wrestle House 2.
WrestleMania weekend, we brought you Sinister Minister James Mitchell, TJP, Demolition Smash, Al Snow, Dutch Mantel Zeb Coulter, JTG of Primetime, and WWE Hall of Famer Gerald Briscoe for in-depth interviews and live interactive cyber autograph signings.
And if you want our Wednesday Night Wrestling Insider Special edition episodes to continue, we need your help to bring these superstars' careers and lives to life.
Bringing you free content 7 days each week is an expensive proposition between appearance fees, air travel, renting the house, the equipment, and everything that goes in to a week of shooting. We can't do it without you.
As we prepare to return to producing live in-ring events, help us bring you the superstars and legends of yesterday and tomorrow by visiting Indiegogo now and check out some of the great rewards.
Wrestling fans, it's going to be a wild week in Tampa the first week in August. Get ready for Wrestle House 2. Any final thoughts of Kamala? What did you think? What do you think he meant to the industry at his peak?
Well, he made character stuff. You know, he was one of the originals way back with that outlandish. I don't know if outlandish is the word, but you know, a different character, Ugandan giant. You know, with stuff painted all over him. So, I mean, we had characters back then. Remember, you had Sheik, the original Sheik, and you had Abdullah the Butcher, which he was just like a crazy man. He wasn't like a character. So he kind of advanced and was a trailblazer in the sense of opening the door for characters to come out. You know, I mean, because he was one of the originals.
I think he had a lot of credibility, and I think he had a lot of believability, which
yeah.
is certainly missing in this day and age.
That was the thing. I mean, you'd watch him work in the ring, and you'd think, man, he is a monster out there.
Yeah.
You know? And then he's like the most lovable guy.
He's like a big 6'6" teddy bear.
Yeah. That's exactly what we used to call him that, something like bear, sugar bear or something.
That was his original gimmick, Sugar Bear Harris.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like a huge teddy bear, man. Nicest guy in the world. Very loving, very caring. You know, he would get upset about when he would see mistreatments of some of the guys. He'd get upset about it. He wouldn't say much, but, you know, me and him would be sitting there and he would, you know, that ain't right, Marty, that ain't right. And I agreed, you know, because see a lot of things in these dressing rooms.
Well, if you're interested, someday I'll send you the link to that interview. It was really interesting. From not even just a wrestling point of view, a human point of view. He opened up about a lot of his life outside of wrestling, and I hate to say it, it wasn't good, you know?
Yeah, I never knew that part.
Yeah, but, you know, his legacy will live on through YouTube and WWE Network and the video games that he's in and the action figures that he's in. And like I said, the big interview we did with him, fans can enjoy that for decades to come to learn about what was certainly a great gimmick. I remember the first time he was booked in Boston, it was to work Hogan, December of 1986. I was legitimately scared when they played that, you know, boom, 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 and he had the mask. He was a scary guy, you know. He played it to perfection.
Did he? Didn't you have Steve Lombardi come out with him?
He was Kimchi, yeah.
Kimchi, that's it. I couldn't remember.
Under the hood, he did a little hiding under the hood.
Yeah,
well, in more ways than one. But
hey, that's my boy. I love old Steve.
I like Steve. We sat with him at a WrestleCon a couple of years ago. Him and John Cena Sr. had long talks, I guess. Long talks is the best way to put it. He's someone, think of the interviews he could do. My God, that guy was in WWE for what, 25 years?
Yeah.
Close to 30 years? I can't think of when he officially got released. But
you know, one of my fun stories with him, he loved the rib too. And remember when Jake Roberts and Bad News Brown was having their clash.
The Sewer Rats,
yeah.
Summer of 1990.
Yeah, boy, that was close.
You got it, though. Good catch.
They had brought a bunch of them, I don't know if they're wharf rats or New York City rats or what, but they were big-ass rats. And
Not the rats that you were usually dealing with.
No, but
these were real rats.
Probably cleaner. But they had a bunch of cages. They had probably about 40 or 50 or 60 of them rats Because it had to do with the rats and the snake, you know, the snake
Yeah,
would
yeah.
eat.
That was his big gimmick. He brought in the Harlem sewer rats to combat Damien, the snake.
Lombardi comes over. They got the rack of the rats all over there. It was kind of interesting. Walk by and just look at all these huge, big ass rats. And Steve Lombardi come up to me. He goes, "Marty," he goes, "you fucked up, man." I'm like, "What'd I do now?" And he goes, "You let all the rats out of the cage." And I'm like, "I ain't even been over there yet." And he starts laughing. He goes, "Well, go over there." And I knew good and well that I went over there. There's rats running all over the damn place. The production girls are jumping up trying to climb the walls. People are screaming, running down the hallways. And them rats are scared of them. They're scared of the rats, so they're banging off each other. And it was, you know, Steve's just sitting over there laughing his ass off. And somebody said, "That sounds like something Marty would do." Steve said that.
Who let the rats out of the cage?
You know who it is.
Steve?
Steve. Well, I didn't see him, but I mean, just the way he come over.
The way he ribbed you with it.
Yeah. But that was fun, man. It was watching them rats. Them rats were just happened to be running the same direction. They weren't really chasing the production people.
The poor rats, they probably didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Just imagine it from the rats' point of view, being in a professional wrestling locker room.
Imagine what that snake was thinking. He could smell that.
You think so?
I don't know.
All right,
He might have.
Wrestling fans, unbelievable. The stories, the memories, the legends, the experiences from my friend Marty Jannetty here on Wrestling Insiders. We're going to bring it to you each and every Thursday night. Your response has been great. Some of the great fans that chimed in to help the cause during the premiere, they deserve a shout out. Slick Rick B, one of Tony Atlas's neighbors up in Maine. We had Maria, you remind me of a West Side Story. She was a great help. Stoney, everybody that watches is a big help, but we can only ask you give us the big thumbs up, you subscribe. If you watch during the premiere, there's that wonderful gray little button under the chat called Super Chat. You can help the cause that way, because let me tell you, it isn't free for us to bring you these productions. We want to bring them to you. I forget about every week. I'd love to do it every day. I like Bill O'Reilly and Anderson Cooper on those news shows.
Yeah, as long as they don't call me a murderer.
No. All I know is the story of a junior high school kid that fended off a predator, and rightfully so.
The story, remember that part? The story.
I remember that part. That
story,
should be the headline.
The story of.
All right, wrestling fans, we're going to be back with more of Marty's.
By the way, or is it too late?
Thank you for joining us. Please give the video a big thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the channel to enjoy more great content. Don't forget, you can help keep wrestling legends working. Check out our eBay store and join the Boston Wrestling family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling so we can produce more in-depth shoot interviews.